So what's up, guys? I just wanted to go over my first impressions on this Glock 40 right here, which is chambered in 10 millimeter. This is not my first time shooting 10 mil. I do have a Glock 29, which is chambered in 10 mil. It's essentially the subcompact version of this gun right here. The Glock 40, it's just a shorter slide, shorter barrel. It's much more compact, but you know, that one shot a little bit snappier in my opinion. But as far as shooting this Glock 40, I did not have really an issue with it at all. Yeah, it does have a little bit of a kick, but that's to be expected when shooting 10 mil. But honestly, I was kind of holding off on it for a while because I was like, man, this is a big ass gun. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whoa. I was holding off on it for a while, but I finally took it for a spin, shot through about 100 rounds. And honestly, I can shoot this gun just as well as I can shoot my Glock 34. You know, I would say the recoil difference isn't really that crazy. You know, honestly, I feel just as confident shooting this than I do this. And this right here is my Glock 34. I carry this every single day. That's my EDC. You know, some people say, whoa, why you got such a big gun? I'll be honest with you. You know, it's just much easier for me to shoot it. I mean, it makes sense. Longer slide, longer barrel. You know, it's going to help mitigate that recoil. So to me personally, I carry it on a daily basis. I feel the most confident when I'm shooting these big ass guns. And I think confidence is key when you're carrying that big ass gun and you know you can hit your target and you're much more, you know, efficient with hitting your target than maybe shooting something that's a little smaller. Because for me, I have big hands. That confidence allows me to make sure I get my shots on target every single time. So, you know, would I carry my Glock 40? To be honest, yeah, I would for sure. I've been looking at some holster options and I don't really see as many holster options as I would like. But I mean, hey, I might end up having to either take off the X300 and just rocking it without the flashlight and, you know, using that just the way it is, just because the holsters that I see aren't really exactly what I want. But I mean, I'll probably figure it out eventually. You know, I do got a little bit of footage I'll play for you guys of me shooting the gun, just so that you can see how it is as far as recoil management. And honestly, like I said, I've never had an issue shooting 10 mil unless it was like a super short barrel like my Glock 29. You know, other than that, you know, I'm going to continue shooting it, testing it out. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I ended up, when I first bought it, it didn't initially have the beaver tail up there. I ended up adding this beaver tail strap in the back just to make the gun a little bit more comfortable for when I shoot. But outside of that, I haven't really added any other modifications aside from that and the flashlight. And then eventually I'll probably add an optic. I do have an optic sitting around. I believe it's a Hollow Sun, but you know, I don't know. I'll most likely have to buy like a aftermarket plate because I heard the original Glock plates kind of sucked. So I'll probably end up upgrading it with that. But outside of that, I mean, it's a pretty cool gun. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a Glock. It's a Glock just like everything else. You know, if you're into Glocks, go for it, you know. As some of you guys may know, the governor just recently signed a bill that's going to ban convertible pistols, you know, whatever the fuck that means, which is going to include Glocks and Glock clones and stuff like that. So if, you know, you're thinking about getting a Glock, you probably want to go ahead and get one, you know, before it's too late. But I mean, I don't know. We'll just have to see how this all plays out. But as far as this Glock 40 right here, I love shooting it. I'm going to continue shooting it. Don't expect some crazy round counts from me. I'm not doing that shit. Ammo is expensive as fuck. Not doing that. You're not going to see some 10,000 round count on this shit. Don't expect that from me. But other than that, stay safe.